Hey y'all, my name's Ashley and I'm the founder of ReadHer, a Black romance book subscription box that features independently published Black romance authors. And right now I'm coming to y'all with a fun mini-series called ReadHer More Than a Book Box. So at ReadHer, we're not just curating boxes, we're creating a movement. What started out as a love for Black romance and a frustration with its lack of visibility turned into a mission to celebrate, amplify, and connect readers with indie Black published romance authors. In this series, we're pulling back the curtain to show how ReadHer came to life, how we make it all happen, and why we do what we do. From sourcing the books to packing the packages with care, every part of ReadHer is built on love for the stories, for the authors, and most importantly, for you. So welcome to ReadHer More Than a Book Box, Episode 1, The Birth of ReadHer. So ReadHer, like a lot of businesses, most recently was a pandemic business. We were all at home, and of course, as a reader, I had time to read, like I'm sure many of you all did. And one day I came across Book of the Month, and I was like, wow, that's such a cool idea. You get books in the mail. And I looked through the listings, and I didn't really see the types of stories that I would like to see. And something just kind of spoke to me, and it said, you know what? Why don't you make it? Right? Why wait for someone else or for something to happen? Why don't you create it? And so I kind of mulled over the idea for a while. I told my mom about it, and I just said, well, if I really, like the idea for a bit longer, then maybe it can for real happen. So I really liked it. I was like, you know what? I think this can happen. I think this can really be a thing. And I decided to go and talk to some folks that I had, socialized with online. And I said, hey, y'all, I just want to talk to you about this idea that I have. What do you all think? And so I met with a couple of girls, and they were like, yeah, I think it's a great idea. They gave me the suggestions and things of that sort. So when I committed to the idea of creating ReadHer, obviously, ReadHer cannot exist without its authors. So I was like, okay, I have to make sure that I get buy-in from enough authors for this business to actually exist. Because if I just want to go out there and say, hey, I've got these boxes, but no books, babes, what are we doing? What are we doing? The boxes need books. So I reached out to about 10 indie Black romance authors, I think it was. And just to kind of present the idea of ReadHer, the concept of them even being featured in it, if they were willing to do it. And I heard really great responses and got really great feedback from a lot of them. And so that gave me the certainty and the confidence to be able to push forward, because I knew at minimum I had the support of Black romance authors. And so in 2021, we launched our very first box. We featured Danielle Allen, and we actually featured 2 books. We featured The Single Life of Zola Patterson, book 1 and 2, and we're super excited just the idea of just putting it together. When I came up with the idea, like I said, I talked to some girls about it, and then I told my IG community about it, and people subscribed. And it was such an amazing feeling that people love Black romance like I love Black romance, but they also believed in the business of ReadHer. And so we had our first people come in. Shout out to Brittany because she was the first one. Shout out to Erica because she was the first one to subscribe for 1 year. And I was just so pumped with the energy, with the support and the love that I was getting. And so, like I said, we launched in February of 2021, and we had our very first boxes go out. It was not without struggle. It was not without struggle, but it happened. And ever since then, we've been sending out our book boxes every other month for the last 4 years. And it's just been such a journey to be able to curate these boxes, to get better at curating these boxes, to connect with authors, to see the excitement of readers when they open up their boxes, because it's a mystery box, so they don't know what they're getting. And it's just so much fun. It's a lot of work, but it's a whole lot of fun too. So one of the main reasons though that ReadHer even exists is really because of the lack of visibility, and also the lack of accessibility. Really, a lot of the Black romance novels, I don't really find them in Barnes and Nobles. I can't really go to like a local bookstore and just pick them off of a bookshelf. And so I, as a paperback girly, I was feeling a little bit like, yo, where where are the books at? And so one of the reasons, like I said, that we exist is to be able to give folks paperback copies of these Black romance novels so that they too can build their libraries with these beautiful stories on their bookshelves, because that is what they also love to read. So a couple of challenges, because I don't think any business is without its challenge. Any venture isn't without any challenges. Definitely it's being a solopreneur. I have tons of support from the community. My mom helps me a great deal as well. But, ReadHer is definitely heavy on my shoulders. So I have to be able to run things. And as a new business owner, I've never ran a business of this type before. And I had to figure a lot of those things out. I had to learn a lot. I had to study a lot. I had to read books on running businesses and connecting with customers and things of that sort. And so that's definitely been something that I have had to learn about what it means to just run a business, because it's one thing to love books, but it's a whole nother thing to run a business of books, if that makes any sense. Other challenges, we never have enough subscribers. We can never have enough subscribers. And I think any other book subscription box will tell you the same thing, that there's just never enough subscribers. We always want to continue to connect with more people, and especially for a book box of this type, where we are very niche, we're very specific. We want more people to read Black romance and Black love stories. It's not exclusive to women. It's not exclusive to Black people, but it is a brand that centers Black women, because we want to be able to still celebrate and honor them and have them be able to see themselves in the stories that they read. And so we can never have enough subscribers. We can never have enough people talking about ReadHer, but we're always trying to push the envelope and make sure that more and more people know about us, so they too can feel a lot of what the self-love that I think people get from getting a ReadHer book box. And so since ReadHer has been in existence, we have partnered with tons of Black romance authors. We've easily partnered with over 50 at this point, because we have 6 regular boxes a year. And then we have what we call our Season of Giving box, which is our holiday box. And in the very first box, I think we featured 5 authors. And then after that, we just started featuring more, because we wanted the boxes to continue to be bigger and just have more books and more authors featured. And so in those boxes, we've had anywhere between 8 to 10 authors in the Season of Giving boxes. So we've done now, I think it has been 4 Season of Giving boxes, and we have 6, regular boxes throughout the year. And so, yeah. It's been a lot of people. It's been a lot. We have duplicated authors before, because I'm a reader first. I love to read these books by some of my favorite authors. And so we have spin the block on a couple of authors and gone back and got their books again in ReadHer, different books that they've put out. And that's always fun, because you're always guaranteed a good time. But we also have had a lot of new authors featured in our boxes as well. And some of the OGs that are just going to give you that fire, that za, that that we love in our books. So it's definitely been it's been an amazing experience to be able to collaborate with some of my favorite authors and to be able to connect with them as we're spreading the love of Black romance. So in addition to the books, we also feature other items inside of our boxes. And this ranges from a multitude of types of things that we just put in our boxes that centers either around the book or a particular theme. So our book boxes are really curated with intention. So on the next episode 2, we're going to talk a little bit more about what makes the ReadHer book box so special and how we curate, and give you a little bit of an idea of what you can expect if you are not a ReadHer subscriber when you get your book box. So thanks y'all so much for watching episode 1. I hope to see you in episode 2, and I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.